Us.
Every trophy won. Every
I'm not
win
just taking picture
celebrated.
for
Every
take
I like how you just walked away from that.
every
from the conversation.
What?
Or is it Mr. T shouting?
Not even
I'm
me.
like, yeah.
I just had instant headache.
It's a serious conversation.
every stump, every loss, every victory.
Oh boy.
Very
Only
serious stuff.
sports.
Yeah.
We will be watching you.
Studio. Mics are up.
Welcome.
Lagos, time for sports inside of the locker room. The locker room night or locker room 981. Locker room 981. That's the hashtag on Twitter. Just go to follow us at Smooth91FM and you use the hashtag and you get to communicate with us. Also send a message to WhatsApp 0809 4440981. We have Tega in the house here.
Good morning.
Good morning. I wasn't sure to be excited or yeah.
You should always be excited,
With you, yes.
regardless of what I do.
All right. Thank you.
Good morning,
So good
Lagos.
to know. Good morning. So, you're listening to Smooth Breakfast with Folu and Valentine. Now, going into sporting stories now. For the second straight Eastern Conference Finals and the third time in the past four post seasons, the Cleveland Cavaliers will face off against the Bolton Celtics. But so much has changed for both teams from last year till now. It is. There's a quote here in front of me from Kevin Love when he said what he said when he was asked to compare the two teams' recent history. In his words, it has become expected, at least us being the Cavs and all. I think because of how it started with them. 2 minutes into the season, they lose an all-star in Gordon Hayward, a guy who plays the game the right way and has played for Coach Brad Stevens before, goes in there and is going to be a great fit for them. That was obviously tough. But and them coming back and playing great from that. Even right after that, I know they lost one game and then won a bunch straight. Then losing Kyrie, their number one option for the playoffs, and then everybody really stepping up. There's been a lot that's been happening throughout the season with us and for them. In some ways, it could be looked at as a surprise, but I think both teams stepped up for their level of play.
Yes.
So much to say, huh?
No, he's right. Both of them. I mean, amidst the chaos, and it did seem like there was going to be a struggle. It didn't even seem like it was going to be a Cavs Celtics finals. At some point, there was Toronto Raptors in there with a shout, especially after the first round. But somehow both teams have managed without, well, I've managed without one particular player because Cavs found a way to survive without Kyrie Irving, and Celtics are finding a way to survive without him now. But the thing is, when you get to tough oppositions like this, in the Eastern Conference Finals, you want all your big names there. Unfortunately, Kyrie Irving can't be there. Again, last season, Kyrie Irving was for playing for Cavs, and he did a lot of damage to the Celtics. And Celtics also had Isaiah Thomas last season, but this season they have no Gordon Hayward, they have no Kyrie Irving, just Jason Thompson and the boy and Tatum and a bunch of boys trying to do the best they can with the team that the Celtics have against the Cleveland Cavaliers. It doesn't look like there's going to be a new Eastern Conference Finals champion. It looks like it's still going to be Cleveland this year against whoever comes out from the West. I think the winner of the NBA playoffs this season is going to be from the West. It doesn't matter who wins in the East, but who wins in the East can give top opposition to whoever comes out from the West. But right now, because of the injuries that Celtics have, we're not going to see the best of the teams face off against each other. We're just going to see some walking wounded with some fatigue. That's not where the fight is. So, in as much as it starts on Sunday, it's a match and it's a game that you just sit down and watch and feel good about some plays, but the excitement is the Western Conference. That's where all the fire is. That's where the game is. So we're looking forward to seeing that. I still think, if you ask me, in Eastern Conference, it looks more like Cleveland over Celtics.
All right, so we will be watching. Moving on now to our next story. The Super Eagles coach Gernot Rohr has said that he is prepared to give Nigeria Professional Football League hotshot Junior Lokosa a look as the national team prepares for the FIFA World Cup in Russia. Now, Rohr revealed we will have a look at him. He has been scoring goals. He's been observed by Salisu. Lokosa is most likely to be involved when a locally based national team take on Spanish La Liga Atletico Madrid 22nd of May. Uyo, Tega, buy this ticket now. Let's go.
Oh, I have an offer to go, so I don't know how you sort yourself. You see, this life, you have to ask these questions before we go on air. So that, you know, understand? So it doesn't look like I'm Judas now.
It's good.
I don't like it.
Now we see your true colors.
It's not right. It's not. It's okay. Continue, please. Tell us your analysis. I've judged you already. Just continue. I'll find my way to you.
I don't know how else to say this.
I'll find my way to you. Okay.
I'm so sorry, love.
Okay. So me and my dream boys are going to be here.
That's how.
And you think I'm going to sit in Lagos?
That's how life is, my darling.
I mean, I'm going purely for sports.
If we see there, we can walk together. But if we don't, I'm still going all the same. But it'll be interesting to see. However, if you ask me where we are, we look top heavy in the Nigerian team. So finding another striker from the local, I heard he scored 15 goals, and I'm all for giving local players a chance, you know. But I say two things: the World Cup is not an experiment, so it's not there that you're gonna be trying out new players. Number one. Number two, we are quite top heavy. I'd be excited if you say we've seen this really exciting new goalkeeper, or we've seen this really exciting new midfielder, or we've seen this really new exciting defender. Somewhere where we are struggling to find people to replace. We're looking for replacements in. But another forward man, the idea me doesn't. You know, just get me a new name I can see. So Junior Lokosa, yes, very exciting. A lot of people are talking about him. A lot of people say he should get the opportunity, especially if Rohr is taking maybe at least 6 local players, that he should be one of them. And I wouldn't want to dull his shine. If he gets to be chosen, why not? If not, but I prefer that. You know, the position where we are struggling is where we are finding these new names in the local league, or these competent names in the local league. Otherwise, we're just going to go with new names and the same problems. That's just what it is. But on the Atletico Madrid one, I can't wait to see what Atletico Madrid will do with the Super Eagles.
I mean, why should
pay no heed? I don't know.
Send us your messages 0809 444 0981. That is the WhatsApp number. But you can also tweet at us. All you need to do is just use that hashtag lockerroom981. And yes, please judge Tega for not having this ticket for me to go and watch the match in Rio. Let's continue, Valentine.
World number one Rafael Nadal broke John McEnroe's 34-year-old record for successive set wins on a single surface as he moved into the quarterfinals of the Madrid Open. Now, Nadal, who's 31 years old, beat Argentine Diego Schwartzman 6-3, 6-4 on clay to take his winning streak to 50 sets in a row. He'll play Austria's Dominic Thiem on Friday for a place in the last 4.
Yeah, I mean, when the clay court season started, I said there was no way. Look, there is absolutely no way Nadal is going to be able to defend all his points that he won last season. I obviously did not read the script or the memo that was sent around. Nadal read it and he's playing it to the back. I mean, there is nobody that comes close. He's absolutely blitzing everybody on clay this season. I haven't seen one player so far that I say, okay, this guy will test Nadal. Not one. If he comes out, it will have to be a shocking day for Nadal. Nadal will have to have a bad day, and the guy will have to have an exceptional game in order for Nadal to lose on clay. So far, it just looks like he's the only person prepared for the clay season. There's a reason why they call him King of Clay. Be that as it may, because of the injuries he's suffered so far, his age, and I don't think he should be completely blitzing players on play. Diego Schwartzman came closest. He actually did break Nadal. Looked like he was going to push us into a third set, give us something to think about. And then as soon as he broke, he folded again. It's just Nadal's just mean like that, and so punishing. But it's a record that wasn't going to hold with Nadal playing on clay. I mean, a guy that is going for his 11th Grand Slam title on clay. that record was a small one. It was always going to go down sometimes. So the fact that it's gone down now to Nadal and Clay, well, 34 years, congratulations. But it looked like that was one of the records I saw tumbling down soon. So let's see how Dominic Thiem faces him today. I expected more from Dominic Thiem last time they faced each other, but Nadal completely placed him again. So maybe this time he'll be ready. Maybe this time he'll come for revenge. I'm not hopeful. I'm just saying maybe for the ATP's reputation, because this clay season seems like Rafa Nadal zone.
Let's watch and see.
All right, we'll take on very quickly this message before we take a break, because we are coming up to that time. Crew sends in a message to say, Tega, make we turn some of these Benin red soil compounds to clay courts now.
Let's make some money.
Come on. You can continue sending us those messages. The WhatsApp number once more is 0809 444 0981. Tweet at us. Just use the hashtag lockerroom981, which aristocrat Jerry, that's at IM_Jerryboy, has tweeted. He says, Rohr should not bother to invite Lokosa if he knows he won't play him. He should not keep him on the bench. Okay.
Lagos will take a break. We'll be back with more sporting stories inside of the locker room. Keep it here.
I'm hungry.
I'm pleased to meet you.
I'm very hungry.
But you want bacon?
I don't want. Okay,
We want bacon.
I want bacon and eggs.
And what kind of eggs? Scrambled, poached?
Scrambled eggs.
What other things do you do to eggs apart from scrambled?
Yeah, okay, I just know the one I want. Sunny side up. Like the one that did not done in the middle. That one that Folu likes it.
What's that? Poached eggs?
The running belly egg. No,
Poached eggs.
the food must done.
Easy. Medium.
That's how one of my friends ordered medium rare steak. I say people should be eating animal blood. Just let me shop.
This is what I'm talking about. It was very serious. So in Dubai, 2011, we went as a group. It was like a training session.
Yeah.
So that's how one guy, he saw people ordering eggs, the one you're calling running better. He now ordered, he said, the one that my friend ordered, bring the same thing for me. That's what they brought it. As the guy cut it, he just flowed out.
Yeah.
He started shouting. I said, when people feel entitled, you
don't know what to
ask your
exactly.
friend,
What are you eating?
You start shouting at the Indian chef, saying that, how can you give me something that's not cooked? It's raw. It's raw. You can... Without tapping him, guys, stop. Guy did not pay attention. He embarrassed himself. The Indian chef apologized. So sad for them, but and I just calmly explained to her, I said, sorry, he doesn't want this. He just wants the proper eggs. I never forget that experience. I was so embarrassed. I wanted to walk away, but I couldn't.
I like everything well done. Steak well done.
Well done.
Everything well done.
No, I actually like my steak. Yeah, fully.
No, I don't play rough play. I want to eat any red meat.
Fully grilled.
Let it grill well.
Really nice. Yeah.
Let's not be roasted, but let it grill. Yeah.
Although sometimes it can be burnt.
Then that's the one I don't get. That's what the breakfast I want, Jack. Bacon, eggs, sausage. Why don't I have friends that are chefs? I'll come and sample their
How many
new,
can you eat?
their new food.
How many seafood you run?
No, I just eat one. I don't have to eat it every day now. Like today that I'm hungry, I'll visit the chef. Because I go home yesterday and they insisted on eating eba. And I didn't want to eat eba. And I didn't want to cook anything else.
We're going back in 13 seconds. Check the time. It's 28 minutes past 8 o'clock. We're still talking sports inside locker room.
Yep, let's move on to our next sporting story and talk about how Lewis Hamilton says that he is leading the championship despite punching below his weight so far this season. Hamilton said, and I quote, if he could get on top of the issues Mercedes have with the car and start to be more consistent, he would be happier. Oh, really? You don't say, Sherlock. He carried on though, saying, then I know I can punch at my weight or a little above it. At the moment, I am punching below it, and that is not sufficient to win the championship. We are capitalizing on a lot of the surrounding circumstances that hinder the outcome of a race. For example, the last one. I will take it for now, but for the long term, we need to improve.
Yeah, he's totally right about that, and he's done my job. He's just analyzed the whole thing. His ITK is too much, safe. But he's right, because what he says is that they are capitalizing on the misfortunes of other constructors, or sometimes even his teammates. He's capitalized on that, and that's how he was able to win the last race. His teammate picked up a puncture, and he went on to win it, and he's now leading the championship. But he's right; he can't win a championship by sheer luck, because eventually somebody's car and the man and the machine is going to work, and then what do we do? So he's right. Mercedes have to find a way to make him comfortable in his car.
Yeah.
It's not like he's a new driver; he's their driver. He's won championships with them. They should find a way to make him comfortable with their car, sort out their tire issues, sort out their wing issues, sort out their temperature issues, just so that he can really compete. Because right now he hasn't competed; he's mostly been surviving, and maybe he's a very good survivor because he's leading the championship, but ultimately down the road, that's not what he needs to win another championship. This weekend presents another opportunity for them to try and do something. So we wait to see the practice sessions today, to see how well the car fits, or how well the car sits with him. He seems to be in an exciting mood. He was at the Met Gala. He always tends to perform when he comes back from one of all those events.
Yeah, he knows how to enjoy himself.
So he's usually in the right spirit. So he's obviously happy. He's obviously thinking positive thoughts. Hopefully the car will work with him this time, and then he'll go on to win. But we just have to wait to see the practice sessions to see how Mercedes turn out, because so far Ferrari have been the faster cars and Red Bull have been the surprises. Mercedes have just been the guys who have dropped the ball. So let's see if this weekend it'll be a different story.
We have a message here from Tosin Daniels. It says, Barca is playing Mamelodi Sundown. Why is Real not playing NPFL League leaders, since our league is behind in terms of season calendar? Shaking my head.
Real questions. But you need to understand how this deal was even made, and how quickly it was made, and what the opportunity presents Nigerian teams with. You look at the purpose before you look at the opposition. Mamelodi Sundowns playing Barcelona is a fantastic one, and there will be times where Nigerian clubs will play Spanish clubs, but the purpose of the friendly is another thing. They're trying to squeeze in as much matches
as possible
just before the World Cup, for selection purposes and for the World Cup purposes. So yeah.
All right, we'll move on now. Manchester United manager Jose Mourinho says the club does not celebrate second position after sealing the runners-up spot in the Premier League with a 0-0 draw at West Ham. And while he said he felt okay about finishing second, he added, "I'm not jumping around. That's not my nature or my history. Manchester United are the same. We do not celebrate second position, but we are happy because for a few months we realized it was impossible to win the league, and of course the target is the second position. The top four is obviously important." Okay, yeah, I had to look at that to be sure that he actually said target was second position. The top four is obviously important, but it's better to finish second than fourth. And it's better to be second for months and months and months than losing that position and that control.
Look, let me tell you, I love Wolves. I think this happened when the player came and said, purpose tonight, or our target tonight was to finish second. And so a lot of people were saying, so Manchester United have started celebrating second position. That's not true. They're just happy to not have lost that position to somebody else. Because had they lost it, the same people that be saying you are celebrating second position, and we're talking, do you understand? People that have finished sixth though, and are struggling with Burnley, they still have mouth to be picking on Manchester United. But it didn't turn out to be such a spectacular season for Manchester United. I think they're 19 points behind Man City. You don't want to be that far behind your rivals. And again, it's also Mourinho. He's supposed to be the special one. When the special one starts celebrating, start celebrating second position. Yeah. So he's not excited to finish behind Pep Guardiola. Take it to the bank.
Yes.
But what it is that he'd rather be second than fourth.
I will take it.
I will take it. I'll take it.
Categorically speaking.
So and that's what it is. But the big issue out of that match wasn't even the fact that they drew the game. and wasn't a question of really Lukaku's fitness for the FA Cup final. It was a fight between Pogba and McNoble, because the FA are now saying that they could look into it and there will be further punishments for either player. As players, at the end of the game, both players hugged each other. They settled it out, but during the game, it looked like there should have been a red card somewhere. Because Pogba tackled somebody and the person stood up and rushed Pogba and grabbed him by the neck. I can imagine. Think about it. Yes, now I can imagine if Pogba was the one that grabbed the smaller guy, because sometimes they judge this thing based on the visuals.
Yes.
So if Pogba were the bigger guy, were the one who grabbed the smaller guy, it probably would have guaranteed. Oh, sorry, the referee probably would have given a red card. But now it's a smaller guy that still looked like he was going to be brushed that grabbed the bigger guy.
Pogba was just looking at him. Like, look, what are you trying to do?
I saw the complete move of that. You see when he grabbed Pogba by the neck and Pogba now holds him and grabs him by the shirt. The complete move was when you hold him by the shirt like that. There's a punch following on that. Uppercut.
Yeah,
that's the full move.
But he controlled himself.
But he controlled himself and like let it go. But the FA is looking at it, and let's see what they come out with. They may just leave it as footballing incident since both players made up at the end of it. But I don't think they should. I think they should punish it. Otherwise, I'll start chanting something else. And, it may sound like an ism. Or yes, it may end with an ism or nation. Just let me know.
Messages coming through. This is in from Tosin Daniels, who says Barca is playing Mamelodi Sundown. Why is Real not playing NPFL league leaders, since our league is behind in terms of season calendar? Shaking my head. Sorry. While Cruz says Mercedes need to do more tutorials on managing safety car situations. These are my thoughts. No, he says. While if we go over to the hashtag LockerRoom981, Nathan Njoku has come in real quick to say, Tega, are Atletico Madrid coming to play the Super Eagles or the Can Eagles? So he then carries on saying, so Maria Sharapova, with all her shappy mouth, don't jabber comes for Madrid. Now, wow, pride. Yeah, it does.
You people should let her take her vitamins. Or vitamins like the British say.
Right. Let's carry on though. Talk about Chelsea. Well, they've been charged by the FA after players and coaches surrounded the referee during their 1-1 draw with Huddersfield on Wednesday. Who are you trying to intimidate? Now, a statement from the FA read, Chelsea have been charged with failing to ensure that their players and or officials conducted themselves in an orderly fashion. The incident occurred at halftime of yesterday's game against Huddersfield Town. Chelsea have until 6 p.m. on Tuesday, that is the 15th of May, to respond to this charge.
Yeah, interesting one. First of all, I'm going to say this. I don't understand what it is. Some of the things people are protecting. Yeah, they can. They absolutely. This nonsense needs to stop, because what we are doing is that we are making money off game to stop. However, discipline that is expected of players.
Yeah.
And some things might IQ, but there's a way you should comport yourself. Now, in this kind of situation, allow your captain to speak with the referee. All of you I've never seen a referee that was surrounded and he changed his mind. Never in my life. And I've been watching football for decades. Never have I seen a referee, even when they look like they're going to beat the referee, he still doesn't change his mind. So there's no point. On the discipline part, yes, players, comport yourself a little better. Chelsea wanted to take a corner and the referee blew the whistle. Before allow them to corner, let the ball drop, then you blow your whistle and say, okay, they didn't score from the first play. But he did something that I would think would normally ike a person. Allow the captain to speak to the referee. All of you surrounding the referee just means that you have not done anything. At the end of the day, the FA is right to fine Chelsea for those players. But I'm just saying, UEFA and IFAB need to look at these rules again. The prize possession on the pitch are not the referees, it's the players. You need to protect the players as much as you're protecting the referees. And this nonsense needs to stop. Referees just feel bad about what you say. Red card. What's wrong with you? Yeah, don't touch the referee. Don't talk to the referee. Then soon we'll be
Tega,
SMSing the referee.
these players are big and muscular.
Yeah.
Protect the referee.
Have you seen some referees?
Protect the referee. Referee's one guy as a team. You don't know, they just gang around the referee and just saying, don't worry, she's because you're on this picture.
Lie. They can never. It's not. It's not MPFL. They can never.
Standing in the field with gladiators.
But they can. Very quickly, we've got this message that we have to take a break. This is in from Biggie from K2. Says, Tega, I beg now, carry Folu inside your bag to watch Real Madrid match. Kuku Ma tell me I want to pack my bags to join you to see Madrid when we'll beat our Eagles and turn them to chicken. Wow, so swift to push me at you, threw me under the balls.
And then you now say that the Super Eagles will lose to Madrid.
Stop it.
How? The protection, is still they go to the houses, so.
Yeah, it's necessary.
Even in Italy.
Because they have their own backing.
I'm telling you, you send referee bullets, he send you 2 bullets back. Your father, take it. It's not MPFL. MPFL, we don't protect our referees at all. We don't even protect our fans at all. That's one of the other issues we need to look at.
Mommy, what does
What are you talking about?
It means
About how you buy your colleagues breakfast.
look, eat your breakfast and
Okay, Tega, what do you want to eat? Really, what do you want to eat?
The natural process of making
Ask you serious questions.
Yeah, because I'm just hungry right now, and I feel like I can take anything. I have to give my hunger some class.
Make sure it's whole flaked Nasco cornflakes. Nasco cornflakes.
She's just
nourishing
vain.
goodness every time.
I forgot to say, guys. So even though I'm here at work,
I will win an
no, push your face inside me. I saw Deadpool 2 yesterday. And it was amazing. Look at jealousy. See jealousy. See jealousy. See jealous. Jealous. They are jealous in me. Cause I said Deadpool. Right,
jealous
my
me.
best friend. Yeah. Go see it. It's out officially on the 18th of May. It's definitely worth it. And if there are other advanced screenings, nice for you. But I was one of the first in the world to see it.
Yeah.
Jealousy. Jealousy.
Yeah.
Take off on them.
I'll see it when it comes on cable.
Wow.
Wait.
How about I thought you were bougie.
I'm patient like that. Movie I don't send. I'm a serious person. I think I've given myself that. I want to pay for Netflix for
$9.
where?
You and take her.
Because
You hold it. Because I'm not registered to Netflix now.
Oh, you're not.
Who's my father? Me.
we're back.
I'm like, Daddy.
Studio.
On Nigeria's #1 station for
Like-
soul, jazz, and funk. Smooth.1. Love music, love life.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still talking sports inside of the locker room. Remember the hashtag LockerRoom981 up on Twitter and YouTube. We're streaming live. Admitted that he had one eye on the Champions League final after his side were beaten 3-2 by Sevilla at the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan. Zidane made 7 changes in the game, with Cristiano Ronaldo injured and Gareth Bale suspended. And the Frenchman said, "Do you think we came here to lose? All the players I have are worthy of playing time, and sometimes some have to rest. We have a final to play on May 26th, and no matter what people think, I'm the coach, and it's me who decides. This defeat will not affect us. We're disappointed, but we'll get back to work, and we'll have a match on Saturday."
Yeah, he said, look, I think what it is that people, I think it's even people that even stress players the more, because you come to the game and because you bought tickets, Ronaldo must play. That's it. That's where the problem is for some of these players. But he's right. Real Madrid have depth in squad, and so they can pick any team and still get a good result. Yes, they were a bit rushed or overwhelmed by Sevilla today. Sevilla played excellent football, and at the same time they played very horrible football. Yeah, they can score goals and then they go back and give you very easy goals. Give away 2 penalties on the day. Ramos lost one, missed one, and then he scored the second one to make it 3-2. So
This sounds like an Arsenal report.
so Real Madrid, so Real Madrid could actually have either drawn that game or won that game, depending on the chances they would have even taken, because had a few chances that he too he scoffed. So it wasn't. I think what it is they're looking at the result. You lost. But they still have a game against Celta Vigo on Saturday evening to put the team back into the rhythm and momentum.
Yeah.
To go ahead and play well on the 26th of May. So I totally agree with Nathan that some players need to rest and some players need to end their pay, and they should play whether you pay ticket or not. It's not every time you must pay ticket to see Real Madrid that you must see Ronaldo, or you pay ticket to see.
And we are done for sports inside the locker room. I'll round up with a couple of messages and we're going over into some various music. Shago from Ikorodu says, Chelsea, you're going down to Europa League along with your London brothers. Shago deleted. Mary says, good morning all. Nope, that we're not talking business right now. This James from Marine Beach says, when Wenger spoke the FA and the Premier League referees, the media called him names. This man didn't win too many Premier League titles because of bad decisions. Chelsea should accept it. They enjoyed it from before. Up on Twitter, I've got this one in. Nathan Joko's African guy wants Syrian sport played by gentlemen, while soccer is a gentleman's sport played by barbarians. Chelsea players' actions on Wednesdays further proves his point. Hounding the ref? Why there no score since?
After that, why did no score? They had a full 45 minutes. One goal only.
One done. Continue the conversation with Tega online. She is at Tega Supreme. That's Tega Onojaife at Tega Supreme. Or you can find her also at LIS, which is coming up on the 1st of June. So keep an eye out for that.
Yes.
And Lagos, at the top of the hour at 9 o'clock, we get to talk for Feel Good Friday.
But first, we're getting smooth with Michael Jackson.
How?
Oh, yes! Love criminal.
Why do you want to round up the chat so that music can play? Please delete grooving with me.